Hey there, sheepdoggers, and welcome to the unfair review of How to Survive. And yes, we're going to take a quick look at How to Survive and figure out how it is. We're here with Mr. Fook Halo.
Hello, everybody.
There we go. And yeah, we're going to see whether this game is worth buying. Now, do remember, this is an unfair review because we are not reviewers. Are we, Fook?
No, we are gamers, just like you.
We are, and we don't want people buying or not buying a game purely based on our opinion. We will show you the game, give you our thoughts on it, and then you make your own decision. That's the whole point of the unfair reviews, in my opinion. So yeah, I thought it would be nice because I've done a video series on How to Survive with Fook. I thought I'd get his thoughts as well as mine because, you know, my thoughts are important, but his might be too. You never know.
According to Sheepdog, they're not that important.
No, not really.
It's okay.
No.
I'm here. Yeah. I support you.
Thank you. And yeah, so first off, BAM. That BAM is to show off the configuration settings that you can select when you launch it from Steam. And yeah, there's not many. We can't see it, but you can. There's not many, but I think, you know, there's not that much needed, really. I mean, what do you think? I mean, we both went through the video settings, so.
Well, I'd say adjust it to your monitor resolution. That way you can maximize the efficiency of the game. Also, turn on VSync. It's I would recommend it. That way it syncs every frame. It's important. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's real simple.
Yeah, it is very simple and pretty easy to figure out. And I found a little bit of skipping as time went on while playing the game, but it wasn't anything game-breaking. It was, you know, this is a port, as far as I can tell. This is a port from Xbox Live, I think. They might have added some more stuff because this is the PC version, but yeah, if we go in, we'll have a look at the help and options. You've got how to play. It's very basic, clearly not designed for the PC, but it gives you some basic ideas of what the game is. You know, clearly a kind of casual game, but it's got some really nice kind of tongue-in-cheek moments, which we will get to, and I'll point out. But yeah, so you've got two modes: story mode, challenge mode. Story mode is offline and story driven. It's quite funny, and I don't know. What do you think of it? You did more of the story mode than me. What do you think?
So far, I mean, it starts off really slow.
Yeah.
And I truly believe it's just for the inexperienced gamer that's just getting into zombie type, you know, action.
Yeah.
But as I progressed, stuff started getting a lot more difficult. It's definitely something that is going to be pretty eye gouging later on in the game when you die and you have to restart again. On that aspect of it, it's gonna. I think the particular mechanics of the game are really nice. As far as, you know, what you do with the weapons, and it teaches you how to craft them, how to sleep, eat, and everything else you need to do so far.
Yeah.
Where I'm at, you know. What do you think, Sheep?
Well, I only played like the first 30 minutes, so I got nowhere near as far as you. I think for what I would consider a casual action game, you know, you don't get too invested in it. You don't get too kind of drawn into the story or anything. It's got some nice little jokes. Again, we'll get to that bit. And yeah, I think for the story mode, it's exactly what you want from a cheap-ish game. You know, it's got mindless action. It's got some interesting crafting ideas. You know, the crafting's quite cool, simplistic and easy. And yeah, it's so much better than Gary's Incident. It's ridiculous. This is the kind of thing I would have expected.
And tons of lopping heads off of zombies.
Yes, in terms of everything. And then you've
decapitation.
You got the survival tips as well. And it doesn't really go into too much how to play, but to be honest, you don't need much because it explains most everything in the game. I think at some points it's a little unintuitive, like with the levels and sometimes, you know, like for example, you'll level up before you actually get the instructions on how to level up. You know, things like that can be a bit annoying, but it's not too bad. And then the settings here is literally just the music, effects, voice, subtitles, and automatic insta-kills. I would advise you to turn that on. If you do get the game and play it, I'd advise you to turn that on. And yeah, the controls, very simple. Player 1, player 2. You can play this with your friends. You can have the pad. I don't know what the pad is, but you can have the pad as well. Okay, you can use a controller as well, like an Xbox controller on the PC, and you can play both of you playing on one screen, as it were, which should be very fun. So if you are able to do that, and you actually have a friend who is willing to do that with you, this might be the game for you. Okay, so we're just going to do we'll look at one of Kovac's rules. I think the close combat one's quite funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we'll close combat. We'll just play the video quickly, and then I'll notify you when it's done, and we'll talk about that as well. So here we go.
Kovac's rules. Chapter 1. Close combat. Here are some basic rules you have to keep in mind when you have to confront a monster during close combat. Use the right stick to aim. You still can move while aiming. Hold your strike to increase its damages. Press the A button when kill appears above a hurt monster to make an instant kill.
There we go. So that's the yeah, it's the one with the instant kill, and he kind of poses himself like a ninja samurai, and the zombie explodes. I like that one. It's quite funny. But yeah, it's got this very kind of tongue in cheek, and I feel like the Kovac guy is supposed to be based on FPS Russia or Russia FPS, whatever it's called. You know, like they show off the they show off all the weapons and stuff on YouTube. I have a feeling that may be what it's based on, possibly, or something similar anyway. So yeah,
it's just hilarious because the guy goes like Super Saiyan mode.
Yeah,
He's like, ah!
And yeah, you get a lot of those survival guides. You pick them up as you go along. It kind of gives you tips and stuff. Some stuff you will have already learned yourself. Some stuff is actually quite useful, but in general, it's just a little bit of comedy in a quite. At the end of the day, in my opinion, for the £8 about that I spent on this game, I've already found myself enjoying it. You know, it's very mindless. It's very easy to just get into and enjoy. And I never found myself thinking, you know, this is unnecessary, or this isn't fun, you know, or this is a grind. There's none of that so far. You know, we've only played a few hours so far. So later on, possibly. But for £8, I feel like it's a nice bit of mindless fun with zombies and lots of combat. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go in, show you a bit of gameplay, and then we'll finish the video. And you can, as always, decide for yourselves. We'll go with Jack, because I've been Jack while playing with Fook, and it's actually been quite fun. He's a bit of a heavy hitter when it comes to melee. So, yeah, we will skip the intro and everything. There's no need to go through that for this game. Story is unimportant, basically.
The object kills zombies.
Yep. Like, we got this guy over here with a quest. We're gonna run over to him and basically skip through everything.
I need there. I managed.
I'm not sure who
you can take a look at our.
Yeah, you go ahead, man.
You can go ahead and take a look at our walkthrough that we're doing, our playthrough, mind you, and kind of see we're doing a co-op on challenges. And the challenges are pretty hard, and there's a lot of good fun stuff in there.
Listen.
I don't know, Sheepdog, are you going to be doing a campaign mode on this as well?
I think I will do a few videos on the story, on the story mode, and I will see how it's received. If people like it enough to want me to do more, I will do more. But kind of, you know, I'm going to see how. I'm just going to, in the end of the day, I see how it goes, really, as to whether I carry on the series. So yeah, we'll see. But I'd say our co-op is kind of a friendly piss about, basically, isn't it? You know, it's not really a playthrough.
You do shoot me a lot.
Yeah, I never have a gun, I don't think, but
Well, you bow and arrowed me.
I never really have a I don't really consider it a playthrough because it's easygoing and it's, you know, it's just exploring the game and a little bit of comedy, a little bit of a laugh, you know. So yeah, I think, you know, it could be instructive, but for the most part, it is entertainment as opposed to illustrating the game and its mechanics and stuff. So let's find, as Fook said, it's a little easy going. We'll just skip through this how to survive. There we go. And we'll get a little bit of combat going on, so you can see it's quite smooth and simplistic, but it's got a lot of finishing animations. And yeah, when we were streaming, as someone said, it's probably got more combat animations than the Skyrim, which is quite fun. And you also get like the healing poultice. You get crafting recipes. It tells you how to do them and etc. So it's actually for
weapons upgrade recipes.
Yeah, weapon upgrades. You've got a lot of different combos. It's kind of Dead Island-y in its own way, isn't it? Don't you think?
Yeah, it is. It is.
But
as far as like, there's just not a craft. You can do it on your person. So yeah, it does make it a little bit less stressful to have to find a crafting table to upgrade. So
yeah, and
that
also
works really well. You can do it all from your bag, your inventory.
Yeah, and also I find the it's actually, in a way, I find it better than Dead Island, because Dead Island had all this grind and quests, and you know, you'd have to run all over the place. Whereas this game is literally just kind of pretty easy going about all that. Or one quest at a time. Yeah, one quest at a time.
You go back.
Exactly. And that's something you need from a kind of action-y game like this, or you know, it's called an ARPG apparently, action RPG, and it's exactly what I'd want from a game like this. So I started off being very neutral, and now I'm just singing the praises for this game and getting all overexcited and trying to convince people to buy that. That's not what I want to do, but apparently that's what's happening. Fook, would you like to be the voice of reason here?
There are a few things that that do have me worried. You can't switch between a range and a melee weapon unless you bring up your inventory menu and manually switch. So if you run out of ammo on a ranged weapon, you can't switch to a melee weapon for close-up attack unless you open your inventory. And when that happens, it's pretty much a death sentence if you run out of ammo and there's still a whole bunch of zombies coming after you. When I say ammo, like arrows and stuff like that, things you have to throw or shoot. We haven't got to the point to where we're getting guns and machine guns and stuff like that. But that's one thing that kind of depresses me, because if it's a weapon, you should be able to scroll to it, or it should be on your 1 through 5.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
You know, that's just me. That's me. Another thing is the way
the way
you heal kind of upsets me a little bit too.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, it's all relatively nice. You pick up flowers. You can craft the flowers with other stuff to bandage yourself to heal greater amounts. But you know, you have to use the Q button and scroll through those. You have to use the 1 button to scroll through what is in your inventory as consumables, and then hit the Q button to, you know, use it. So, you know, it gets kind of, you know, you could really tell it wasn't designed for a PC game. Because on a controller, it seems like, you know, it would be like, you know, trigger A, done. you know, and you be there. This one's a little bit more confusing on how exactly to do it, and it doesn't really explain it very well on how to go through it. That's my only dislike about this game. Other than that, I give 4.5 thumbs up. It's really fun,
no scores. That's one thing we do not do. I feel
what? You don't know how many thumbs I'm talking about.
Well, 4 thumbs up. That's interesting. But yeah, no, we don't.
How many?
We will never
out
give
of 200 thumbs.
200 thumbs. Yeah. No, we don't do scores based on. We don't do scores at all. I'll never give a score. I'll give you my impressions. I'll tell you what I think. We will tell you what we think. But we'll never actually give scores on this. On the unfair review, because I believe scores are a stupid idea, and I won't. I refuse to do them, which is why I came down on Freak very slightly.
You should have told me before we started recording.
So I won't take you any further than this. You can see what the combat is like. It's pretty fluid. When you're playing with a friend, you will hit each other. Friendly fire is on, so be careful about that. But yeah, this is. If you were to ask me, my opinion, do I think this is worth the money? I'd say, yeah, even for the story. Especially if you have a friend to play with, do the challenges afterwards, etc. Yeah, I think, we've shown enough of the game and talked about it enough for you guys to be able to make your own decision. This is an unfair review. I say it's worth it. Fook, what do you say? Aside from 4 thumbs up.
Well, the 5th one's in your ass.
Oh, good, yes. Comedy.
No, but yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's great. You like it when you spin it around a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's good to go.
I'd say
I'm gonna enjoy many hours of zombie slaying.
Yeah, I'd say don't expect to be entertained for weeks. I'd say this is something that you pick up and play for an hour at a time. When you're thinking, oh, I don't really know what I want to play, and then you go, oh yeah, actually, I could go on, hit some zombies, have a laugh. It's mindless entertainment, basically, and it's got a little bit of comedy added in there, kind of tongue-in-cheek. And that's my description of the game. So yeah.
Yes.
Do you have any more points you'd like to add before we finish this unfair review?
No. I think we hit all the points that we planned on, and I think everything's good to go, man.
Cool.
Hope to see y'all in game sometime.
Yeah. So, thanks for watching this unfair review, guys. That is our opinion. Go decide for yourself. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
Back to back, belly to belly, where I don't give a damn, 'cause I'm stone dead already. Back to back, belly to belly, it's a zombie jamboree. One female zombie, she wouldn't behave. See how she's dancing out of the grave. In one hand she's holding a quart of rum, the other hand was knocking a conga drum.